Hey everyone, it's Melody Lane here, and we are cutting the Cricut chipboard. And where is the DS? There's design space. So we're on 19 passes of 20. We have 8 minutes left. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay while that is cutting. Put it back on that. Hey Jamie, hey Daniel, hey George. Kuyana, is that how you say that? Ameni, hello everyone. What we're going to do is we're going to take this puzzle out and look at it. This is my first time cutting this puzzle on chipboard. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to put a picture on a puzzle in Design Space. I found a few different ways. I was playing around with it a lot, and there are different ways. And then I just noticed I got a new printer, and that printer was not on the same network as my computer, so I had to switch it. And then I just remembered that it's on the slower service, so I had to switch my computer to the faster service so I could do a good video. Hey Sheila! And when I did that while I'm cutting this puzzle, and I'm almost done. You know, sometimes when you lose internet, your cut stops. Well, my cut didn't stop. Let me tell you what happened. I'm not going to show you again because now I'm in live video and it would cut us off. And so I'm not quite sure I can totally print a new picture, but I can totally show you exactly what I did and how it printed, and I'll go through the motions of that. Hey, Michael. So we have 8 minutes left. There's Michael and Sheila in the puzzle. I also added a date on the puzzle. I put May 2018. I flattened it to the puzzle. And I'm going to show you how you can do your own pictures or images in Design Space, or just type something up and have it print on a puzzle. Okay, let me show you. So over here, when I switched over my internet, a big red bar came across here and said internet connection lost. And I was like, oh no. But you know what? It was only 1 second. Well, it was switching my internet and it came back. Cricut started cutting again, exactly where it's left off, and it's doing pretty good. Yes, I think it's doing good. Let's look at that again. Yeah, I think it's doing pretty good. I printed it out on Cricut printable vinyl. Michael says, I see a puzzle filled with shenanigans. Oh, hello, Connie in Guam. Or she's saying hello to Guam. Somebody from Guam is here. Hey, Ken. Ken's going to get his computer fixed tonight. Okay, I was just looking at the chat. 4 minutes left. Okay, and notice, oh, you can't notice, you're not on there. Oh, that's me. There we go. This is in a totally different window. Make sure when you're cutting with the knife blade, because it takes so long, you don't want it to interact with your other 40 windows or your other 40 tabs. But maybe I'm the only one that has 40 tabs open. So make sure you have it on its own window. I have not cut basswood yet. This is my first time cutting this. I've been very busy in shenanigans this week. But I do have I have some kind of wood. I actually think I have birch wood and basswood. So I will be trying that. I've cut mat board and it did awesome. I got a new printer because the old printer I was using pigment ink, and if you don't print enough, the pigment ink dries your printer heads. And my printer heads were dry because of the pigment ink and because I didn't print enough. So I just went and bought a new printer. I got it for only $69 because I had Best Buy money, Best Buy dollars. Okay, let's, not me. There we go. Yeah, it depends on what you're cutting is how long the knife blade will last. I suggest to get a replacement blade. When you order the knife blade, I think it's always best just to have another one. Yeah, that's why I use printable vinyl, because it has adhesive on it. And I didn't want to have to glue it down. I love Cricut printable vinyl, and I just checked. It is out of stock. Oh, good. It's done. Okay, before we take it out, let me show you the other screen. So this is what it does. It's asking you if it looks like a good cut. I think, you guys, because I added the vinyl, let's look at this together. Not me. I keep doing this. Where? Oh, this one. Okay, sorry guys. It looks like it totally cut through. But because I added a layer of vinyl on here, I'm thinking one more cut is not gonna hurt. So I think I may just go ahead and do one more cut. So instead of unloading the mat, we're just gonna hit the C button again. And now it's gonna just do one more lap. It's detecting the blade. And let me tell you, that detecting the blade is a great idea. Because let me tell you what I did. So it's gonna be 4 minutes. You guys can hear me okay, right? Oh, the Little Miss Sassy Pants, Michael Crow made this. This was his first time using the Easy Press. And he made this. This is the flag of Sheila, not me. It's for Sheila. I asked Sheila if she wanted to take it home. She goes, no, I think it looks good right there. Yeah, chipboard came from Cricut, and there is a link in the description for the chipboard and the Cricut maker. Oh, maybe I should have put a link for the knife blade, but I will add that in after the live video. Yes, it's the Epson WF7710. Yes, I got a new printer because I didn't print enough and take care of my pigment ink. I told her, Michael. Okay, what was I saying? I was gonna show you guys something, maybe. I don't remember. Oh, while we're waiting for this, May and I are doing a fundraiser for St. Jude's. And if you go to my community page, don't go now. Wait till the video's over. Or I've shared it on Facebook too. And we're trying to raise $10,000. And on May 17th, we're going to have a I think she called it a chatternoon, where you can call in and talk to me and May. It's going to be fun. And there's prizes. The more we raise, the more prizes we're giving away. So that's going to be fun. I understand that everybody can afford to give, or you have your own charities. But what would help if you can't do that is to share the charity. Share the link. They have to go into our link for us to get well, we don't get the money, St. Jude's does, but for us to get credit for raising that, and then that will show more prices. We have $980 so far, and we just started sharing it today, so that is amazing. And it's on my Facebook, so if you're on Facebook, you can go to my page and share that. Yes, thanks for bringing that up, Sean. I almost said Sean. Ken, the chipboard that Cricut made, they researched chipboard. There is cheap chipboard that is very fibrous and does not cut as well. This chipboard is really thick. See how thick that is? It's really thick, it's really strong, it's very durable. It's like a solid color. Here's a cheap chipboard. Now, this is a chipboard that I bought from Amazon. And I bought this to cut on my Expression 2. Not my Explorer Air 2 or my Explorer Air, my Expression. That's how long ago I bought this. I tried to cut it on the Expression with the deep cut blade, and it made such a horrible noise and was like dragging and not going. And I'm like, ah! So I stopped it right away. I did scream and took it out and never tried chipboard again. Not this thick of stuff. And it's thin. So that was not good. And this seems really fibrous and bends really well. You can see the difference. You see that? I haven't tried cutting this yet with the knife blade. I'm sure it would cut, but I don't know how smooth or anything it will be. It's done again. So let's look at it. Okay. We're going to take it out. It should be done, right? Yay! Okay. Let's see how this goes. Okay, now I'm going to move the camera down. Hey, look, there's me and Sean and Ken. The picture changes. Okay. So when you put this on the mat, you need to tape it down. I did not use my purple tape because I'm not sure where it's at. To be honest, I don't know where this yellow tape came from. I have no clue where I found that. It was on my desk. Okay. Let's take this off. I gotta go over here and move you guys so I can read the chat. It's on the other side. I don't remember where that was. Okay, let's take this off. Now, they made this. Now what I did, well, I'll tell you what I did in a minute. Let me take this off. Okay, so cut that. So this piece is the back of the puzzle. Look how nice that cut that. Let me take this off. That is, yay, so excited. Oh, where's my glue? I'm not sure where my glue is. From our craft off. We had 2 bottles of glue. So this is going to go on this, but I'm going to put washi paper over that. So it's like a nice picture underneath. And I chose Anna Griffin because Michael loves the Anna Griffin so much. Okay, but I will tell you, okay, I'm going to try to keep this in one piece. Has anyone mastered that? Try to get it on here. Yay, it's working. So what I'm gonna do, oh, but I still have to, I'm gonna glue this frame part onto the bottom piece of chipboard. I don't have that in there yet. There we go. Scoot over. There we go. It lifted up some of the vinyl right there, and I think I can just glue that down a little bit. So there's our puzzle. Okay, so let me show you. Oh, and here's the mat. Do you see that? It's like sawdust. They say do not scrape this mat off. Just keep it there, cut it, continue to use it to cut, and when it gets too much on it, then what you do is you wash it with water and a little soap and a little soft brush or your fingers or something. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I can still put other wood or chipboard over it. And what I'll do is I'll save, I wouldn't use paper on this. Well, I wouldn't use paper on this mat. So I'll save this for those projects. And let me, this is the vinyl. And so I will show you all this in Design Space in a minute. But I print and cut the picture. I made the picture just a teeny bit bigger than the puzzle. And then after I laid the chipboard on the mat, I made sure that I switched this because they had the puzzle cutting on the bottom, and I'll show you that in Design Space because I'll like start over and show you how I did it. And so I moved the puzzle part up at the top. So I could just lay my sticker or my vinyl down on top of that right there. And it did a great job of cutting that out. Let's go ahead and, if I really would have thought about it, I would have cut this too. The same size as this bottom square. What I'm gonna do, instead of cutting it out with the Cricut, I'm just gonna cut it here. I don't have the X-Acto knife yet. They're waiting for more shipments. Actually, this can be a little smaller because the frame is going to cover some of it. I wonder if this cuts it. Sounds like it's cutting it. I was just using this as like a little pen. Look at that. It's the pointy tool. I don't need to cut it. That was awesome. Okay. So I'm going to place the puzzle there. And then on this piece of the puzzle, there is not a new firm grip mat. There's the purple mat that's strong grip mat. It's not new. I'm trying to poke this apart. Well, Sue, I am so glad I can be a part of your life. Yeah, it's a Friday night. I don't usually do anything on Friday nights, so. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this on, and I made it just a teeny bit smaller. So I'm going to, no. You guys can't see very well, can you? Sorry. And you guys, I'm doing a design space class tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time, as I do every single Saturday. Okay, so here's this. I'm gonna get out any bubbles. Everyone always asks what to do with washi tape. Well, I didn't cut it very well. I suggest cutting it in the machine. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you guys. When I talked about detecting the blade, it's a good thing that it detects the blade because I did print and cut on the vinyl and I had to use the regular fine point blade. So I did that, and then I put in the chipboard and still had the fine point blade and vinyl. I did not choose chipboard or anything. And I know that is a mistake we all make. Okay, what I'm gonna do is glue this here. As soon as I find the glue. Michael and Sheila, do you know where the glue is? Oh, it's all put away. I found it. Okay, this is May's Art Glitter Glue. And I'm gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna take this off. We don't really need the fine tip. Okay. It's upside down. Make sure it's all even. So after I do this, I'll show you in Design Space how I did it, and I'll give you some more ideas on how to do different ones. Okay. I do want to fix that. And put a little glue under here. Oh, I can't get the glue out. It dries in these little tiny holes. Now I wonder why it's not working. One of our members of the Cricut Club went to go see May and bought some glue to sell at our club and these extra tips. And that is Wednesday. Guess what I'm going to be buying on Wednesday? Some extra tips. Oh, well, that's not going to work. Let me just use a little. is going to be so fun. Can you guys see? Sorry. Okay, if you guys have questions, put them in all caps. A little dust from the cutting. But isn't that cool? Love it. So excited. And they have different shapes. Okay, now let's go to Design Space. Okay. Yeah, the art glitter glue. It's awesome. Okay, let's go to Design Space. Oh no, my mouse wants to disappear. There we go. Nope. Okay, so here is what I did with the picture. Printed that. Whoop. I printed that, and I'll do it all over again so you can see it. And for that, well, I'll do that at the end. Okay, we're just gonna click finish. Okay, so here's the project. Oh, I didn't save this one. Well, let's save. Shenanigans puzzle. If you would like to see our shenanigans this past week, there's a whole playlist, 10 videos. Okay, let's go ahead and let's move these down here. See how these come? And we're going to go to Images. Kathy, she says, can you use a real photo and then use Snap Mat? I bet you could. So here are the puzzles. Let me show you how I got here. This is what happens when you first get to Design Space. And I'm going to go to Cartridges and I'm going to search Puzzle. And so you get these. There are 7 of these puzzles. This one has a lot of pieces. I use this one. The reason I use this one is because it fits my photo the best. I also did a Star Wars one. And this, I didn't actually cut it out. I just did it in Design Space. And I can show you a little bit of that too. So here's what I did. I inserted the puzzle. It just looks like this. You can see over here. It is grouped together. And we're going to ungroup it. So the way I did this puzzle, I took this one and I duplicated it. The reason I duplicated this is the background piece, the hard piece on the bottom that I glued the frame to, but I need the picture to be that size. I made the picture a little bigger, left the lock, so now we have 2 of these. One is bigger than the other. And I choose one, the bigger one, to be print. And I'm going to show you there's other options for this. And I chose pattern. Now I uploaded a picture of us to use as a pattern. You could also do it with this butterfly. I'm going to go ahead and use the butterfly this time. But you can upload any picture you want as a pattern. I'm also going to show you how to do it if you're just using Cricut images. Or if you just want to upload a picture, you can kind of do it with just the picture too. Just make the picture, print, and cut. I said we'll do the butterfly this time, right? So now we filled it with this. You can see this is the same thing it did on my picture. It has this line here because it's repeating the pattern again. And this is just a picture I got from Google. Hi, Joan. So I want to edit the pattern. So I'm going to click back over here. And when you see these patterns, you go down to edit. Can you guys see the bottom of this? There. Go down to edit, down here, and then this comes up. And you can drag this over and make it just a little bigger. Oh, I don't want that big. Nope, not that small. You can put in the number here too. Let's try 7. Let's do 5. Let's do 6. This is a little bigger than the picture, and I'm going to move it over horizontally. There. And just, this is where I want it, so we're just going to click exit. Thanks, Jamie. We are making puzzles. Joan, I made a puzzle. I'll show you in a minute. So this is set to print. And these are good. I'm going to hide these over here. That's what we did. And I think the way we're doing this is all I need to do. I did it more difficult ways before. Okay, so this is going to print. Why does this look so big? Does that look much bigger? It's just a little bigger. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it just looks so big. Is it me? So here's, this will print, and then this will cut. And what I do is I move this down. I move this one to the top and move this down because I'm going to take this cut, the butterfly looks so big, and place that on top of this chipboard. So the whole piece of chipboard will be put on the mat and that will be placed on top of this area. Does that make sense? Uploading a picture versus inserting an image. Well, it could be the same thing. When you insert an image, you're using a Cricut image. If you're uploading an image, you're using your own image. Okay. Actually, I want to do this one. So I'm going to show you how I send it to my printer and how I print. And I'm not sure it's going to go to my printer because of being on a different Wi-Fi than the printer. For some reason, my printer always does this. So I have to go to Advanced Options. And then it tells me what printer. And I always make sure it's on medium quality so I can change this. For my printer, I have the Epson WF 7710 series, and I do it from the rear tray. And then the media source, when I use printable vinyl, it's a matte finish on the top. So I just go ahead and choose photo matte paper. And I change the quality to best. This looks huge. Let me see if I can print it. Yeah, it's printing. Oh, I have to go put the vinyl in. Okay, that's printing. You could possibly do something like this with the air too. You can cut out, I cut out 140-pound paper, watercolor paper, and made a puzzle, but it was really, really thin puzzle. You can cut out cereal boxes. I haven't tried that in a really long time, but you could cut that out and maybe glue the pieces together and make them thicker. But the knife blade is so much easier, and you don't have to glue pieces together. I'm gonna try and look at your comments. I'm using the Cricut chipboard. Let me show you. Here's the package. Oh, and here's the chipboard. I'll show you the puzzle. I made the puzzle already, so if you just joined us, there's our puzzle. I added May on here. Oh, that's why I forgot to show you. I knew I was forgetting something. Let me go get the printer, the paper. It's so pretty. So what I'm gonna do, and I could have put words on here. That's what I should have done. I could have flattened words on here, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Let's go over to the table. Oh, I was trying to cut this off. It didn't even do it yet. So I can cut this on a blue mat. We're going to cut this out. We're going to change the blade. So we do not need the knife blade. Uh-oh. Oh, I put it over here. Let me stand up. Load this up. This picture is much bigger than this. I don't know why, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. Now we have to set the material. So I'm using printable vinyl. I set it as one of my favorites. And it tells me I need the fine blade. And we're gonna do fast mode. And we're gonna hit the cut button. Yeah, I like to always keep it on bleed. putting it on bleed, make sure makes you get a perfect cut. We have to change the blade again. Make sure we go back to the knife blade. Okay, and I think I'm going to change this in design space. I'm going to cancel the cut. Okay. I don't know if it's just me. That looks big. It is bigger, but it looks a lot bigger. I'm going to group these together, and I'm going to make these just a little bigger. Okay, and then I'm going to click Make It. And we're going to go back here. I'm going to move these back. I like this one on the top. It's really just my preference, so it's easier to put the picture on. And then I'm going to continue. And we are going to pick Artboard Heavy Chipboard. I have this as my favorite. And make sure you move the star wheels. I've done that already. Use the knife blade. Okay, let's go back and I'm going to show you how to load the mat for the knife blade. Okay. I'm going to lose my little... So notice the dust on there from before. I'm going to take this tape off. I'm going to put this on. Really, you should have a smooth surface when you do this. You can rub it like that and put this on. Now I'm going to put the sticker on. Oh, here, let me take this off here. So this has been cut. And I'm gonna you want this to be on really, really smooth. Now we're going to put some tape. I suggest the purple tape that Ken Hess uses from Thermoweb. I was using that and I'm not sure where that went. That's what happens when we clean my craft room. I don't know where everything goes. So we're going to tape this on. You can just use masking tape or painter's tape. If this was the purple tape, I would put tape over top of here, but it's not. pushing this down really hard. Oh, Sheila told me where it is. I'm sorry. She probably did tell me where it was. If you guys missed our craft off video, Sheila and Michael had a competition. Sheila won for speed and Michael won for best card ever. In like they had 30 minutes to complete this card. His card was amazing. It wasn't pre-planned. Okay, I need to move this. I need to add some tape here. On my other one I didn't have to, but this one is really coming up. I could actually move the cut down a little. Let me go back and edit this. I'm going to move it down and over a little. I think we'll be fine. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, let's load our mat. Move this up. Make sure you get it completely under the guides here. And make sure these wheels are not going over the chipboard. And you push in the mat a little. Just push it in a little while you're hitting the button. Okay, here we go. We got set to heavy chipboard. Okay, we are not going to wait until this gets done. It's detecting the blade. Now it's starting to cut. Whoops, sorry. And it's blurry. There we go. So it's cutting the bottom piece first, and then it's going to go up and start cutting the puzzle. Can you guys hear me okay while that's cutting? Oh, there is some wine in the fridge. Thank you, Michael. Okay, let's go back to design space. Wrong button. There we go. Okay, so this is on its own window. We're just gonna let this hang out over here. And we will go here. So we have a new project here. Oh, look. Oh, I was looking at Marvel things. This tab was open a long time ago. Oh, I guess it was click on images. Click on puzzle, cartridges, and then puzzle. I'll show you how I did the Star Wars one. Did I insert this? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I did not. This is a tab I had open before I was, yeah, now my machine quit. Cancel. Plugin error. It's totally my fault. because I had this. Cancel. I had these tabs open before the plugin update. That's why that did that. I'm just going to hit the go again. See what happens. Because I redid the plugin. This one, I've already done the plugin. Let's see if it comes back. All right. I do. I had those tabs open for a week. I never shut my computer down. So we're just going to let that go because it's totally my fault because I did not update the plugin on these two tabs I had open. So we're going to go to images and cartridges and puzzle. Let's try this again. Puzzle me this, puzzle me that. Let's do a circle. I'm just going to throw this one in here in case we need it. And I'm going to hide this one. Let me move this over. You can work on something while the puzzle is going. The reason that happened is because I had this tab open with Design Space and it was before the plugin update. Because while my puzzle cut before this puzzle, let me show you. While this puzzle cut, I was working on things the entire time. I was working with my 40 tabs open and I would set up this video while this was going on. I shared it. I was on Facebook. I did everything while this was cutting. And this took an hour and 16 minutes to cut. But I never updated the plugin on those. Okay. Oh, we forgot the Star Wars image. Let me show you that. This is the one I did earlier. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Okay. It needs to be much smaller. And you can... Okay, and I don't remember what I showed you. Did I show you how to add the image? I did show you that and edit the pattern by doing the pattern. We're going to ungroup this because we only need one image. We don't need all these. So I'm just going to select all those and delete them. Okay, this is grouped together. You can see over here. And we're going to ungroup those because I need to duplicate this actually 2 times. So one of these is going to be the background and we're going to change it to blue. That's what it was on there. One of them we're going to use to slice. And then this is going to be the puzzle for now. I need to make this a little bigger. I don't want to get the frame in it. Okay. So what I'm doing is getting a piece of R2-D2 to slice out to make a puzzle out of him. So I'm going to select those two and slice. If you do this and you do not see the slice button, it is because you have something else selected, that you have hidden pieces or you have this grouped or attached or something else like that. So if you don't see this, look in the layers panel and see what you have going on. Okay. Okay, we're done with this. Let's move this piece out of the way. And you know what? That's going to be too big. Oh, no, it won't. Okay, let's get this. It'll just be the whole puzzle, the frame and everything. So that'll be fine. But I'm going to put this on the blue so we have a pretty background. And line it up. I'm going to select these two and I'm going to flatten down here. If I were to attach them, then all of this black will cut out of that blue, and I don't want that. I want it to print and only cut the circle around the outside. That's all I want to do. So we're going to take those two and flatten them. Now, if you want to know how to do this afterwards, the best thing I suggest you do is rewatch this video and take notes. Okay. So now what we want to do is print this. Now what I did before is I made this smaller and I added words. Let me show you how to do that. I'm just going to do R2D2. Whoops. Let's curve it. Needs to be much smaller. And the curve smaller. Thank you, Music Chick. There. Now, you could make this guy, you could leave more room. You can do this any way you want to do this. You can design your own. You can put a picture of your grandchildren and put the date or put Christmas 2017 or anything like that. So I'm going to flatten the words onto it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to click Make It, print this out. Now I'm using printable vinyl, but they don't have that right now. You could use printable sticker paper. You could use cardstock and then glue it to the puzzle, or not glue it to the puzzle, glue it to the chipboard before it cuts. But you want to be careful and not have it too sticky. You don't want to gum up your blade. And then what we're going to do, I would move this over here, move that there. Then do just like I just did earlier. We're going to take that sticker off and we're going to place it in the upper right hand corner, and then it's going to cut the sticker. Does anyone have questions on that part? I know there's a little bit of a delay. Okay, I'm going to cancel that again. I'm going to go to the puzzle one again. I'm going to get the other, not the one I chose. I'm going to get a square one. Let's do this big square one. Okay, I don't know if I would ever do this one. It's so big. Yeah, you can make any size. See, this is a square one, and I can make it smaller, and it has tons of pieces. But the smaller the pieces, the harder it is to cut that small of cuts. Okay, what I'm going to do is ungroup this. I'm going to duplicate this. So we have that puzzle piece. And then I'm going to use this and make it a little bigger to print a pattern. This one. Isn't that hilarious? I love that picture of him. Okay. And we're going to move it vertical a little. Oh wait, not vertical, horizontal. Okay. So he is going to be a puzzle. I'm not going to actually cut this one. Now, if you wanted to upload your own picture, you can just upload a picture. Here's a picture of the puzzle cutting. So I'm not going to erase any of it. I'm going to save it as a print and cut. Now, if I wanted it as a pattern, like the patterns I was just doing, I would just upload it in the pattern area. Marlene, she asks, is the outer circle going to cover the words? No, the picture is going to be on top of the outer circle. I'll show you again. This is probably a big picture taken with my iPhone, so that's why it's taking so long. Hi, Lynn. Glad you just got power back. Okay, now it's been uploaded. Oh, so we can go back to our project. Like this picture will be over the whole thing. Because what we're doing is we're sticking this on top of the big piece of chipboard, and then this is just going to cut. So it's not going to cover it up. This frame will have the R2-D2 on it. Does that make sense? Part of this R2-D2 all around the edge is going to be part of the frame. Kind of like the picture I did earlier of this one. See the frame? See if you can pop these pictures out, pieces out. See his ear, his red ear from drinking. Okay, back to Design Space. Oh, we uploaded an image. Here it is. So we're going to click this, click Insert Image. It's a big image, I think. I use printable vinyl to print on the chipboard. This is taking a long time to get in because of the large image. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Okay, iPhones take great pictures, don't they? Look, let's just make this 6 inches. Where'd it go now? Okay. Now if I wanted a puzzle piece to fit this, I would choose one, not this. I brought that one in here and I had it hiding. Okay, not you. Here's the one that most fits this picture. And what I could do is I could make this a little bigger and just put it over the picture like that. Or if I wanted the picture to fit it, the puzzle to fit it perfectly, I could take this and I could even unlock it and change the size to fit exactly. See now? Or I could also go by these measurements and change these measurements to these measurements. So it'd be absolutely perfect. And then you can just print this and then put it over the chipboard to cut this out. Are there any other questions? The puzzle pieces are in Design Space. You click on cartridges, search puzzle, and then this will come up. So when you click on images, it's usually here. What you can do is click on cartridges, search just the word puzzle, and then click here. This heart one is going to be great. This is an awesome one. You can add words to your images. So like if I want to add text, let's change it to white. Let's change this background so we can see better. Get rid of those. Okay. Whoops. We can change this. Like a better white. And then if we want those words to print on there with it, we can just flatten it. You can, bye George. I want to do Hello Kitty. Oh, it's searching in the puzzle one for hello. Here we go. That's cute. So like if I wanted this to print, I'm going to duplicate this back piece and color. Move her to the front. Put her like that. Select all that. She is not a print and cut. See over here in the layers panel? These are all cut layers. You can cut her out. But for the puzzle, I would want to do print. So I'm going to flatten it. Flattened it to the pink, and now you see it's all one layer. So I would do the same thing. I would print this out and just put it on top of the chipboard where this piece will cut. Does that make sense? What I did is okay, let's undo. If you're worried about not placing it in the correct spot, I would make this bigger. Or you could even do this as a big square. Let's do that. Let's add a shape. If you're worried about it cutting in the right spot, well, make her in the front again. Flatten. And then let's move this to the front just so we can see. Wherever this is on the mat, you want to make sure you can see where it's on the mat. Okay. What you can do is you can move these around a little bit. And then once you have that cut, you cut the picture first and then just put it on the piece of chipboard. Like you could, if you did a square, you could just leave this on and put the square right here. And then it will just cut that. And if you want to see how I placed it on, I did that in the beginning. Well, maybe not the beginning of this video. Maybe it was in the middle of this video. Oh, yes, you can cut, you can flatten any images. You can make any image of all the 66,000 images in Design Space. You can make them all print. And look, I think these would be cool on the puzzle piece. Wouldn't they? Like on that big puzzle. I would put a background on it. And of course you can do any color background you want. Oh, it comes with a background too. You could do that. And what's this one? And that one. So you can have all those layers. And make this one a little bigger. You can flatten all that. So now that's one image. You can make this bigger or make the picture smaller. You can do that however you want. There is a link to the Cricut Maker in the description. I do get a small commission for that. I don't get paid for these videos. So when you purchase through my links, it does help me out. Yeah, I made this a print too. Joan, you're so funny. How thick is the chipboard? The chipboard is 2 millimeter. Can you see how thick that is? It's really thick. It needed 18 passes. Was it 18 or 20? I'm thinking it was 18 passes to cut through. And I put washi tape on the back of this. So it's not just this color. It's the washi sheet, not washi tape. You know, the stuff everyone asks, what do you do with washi sheets? This is really fun puzzle. And it would also be fun, I think, because I like to do that, to give this puzzle to somebody and not show them the picture that it is. And I was thinking, I don't know why, I was thinking it would be fun for a proposal, for prom or marriage or anything, that you put the words on here, will you marry me or something, but then give them the puzzle not put together. And then they put it together. Be even more fun if you did the big one with all the tiny pieces. Yeah, I'm one of those people that when I give you a present, I haven't done it in a long time, but I'll wrap one box and then put it in a bigger box and a bigger box and a bigger box. Yeah, and I think the washi sheet just makes it look nicer, you know? Oh, Michael's falling. I gotta put the pieces together. Yeah, you have these puzzles are going to be so much fun, and you can change the shape. Let's look over. Let's see if we can change the shape of the round one. Okay, yeah, I think we can unlock it. Make it oval. So if you had an oval picture, I think it's still going to cut, and the pieces are still going to fit together. So you could really make any shape you want. Isn't that awesome? Okay, guys, I want to see your puzzles. I know some of you are still waiting. You ordered the knife blade. Sheila, yes, I will send you the picture of the three of us. For those of you that ordered the knife blade and get some Cricut chipboard too. There is a link for that in the description. And I want to see your puzzles. Yeah, this will be a great gift for Mother's Day. An amazing gift for Mother's Day, I think. Especially for somebody with grandchildren or children to... And I say don't give them the puzzle together. I say make them put it together to see the picture. It's more fun that way. All right, guys, it's been an hour and 18 minutes. And we have a class at, I almost said 7 in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday morning. We're going to talk about the material settings and making sure you get a good cut. Oh, that's a great idea, Marlene. Oh, you guys, you only have until midnight, I think. I'm giving away a knife blade and 3 sets of the chipboard. You have to go to my community page to do that. And there is a link to enter a Rafflecopter. If you missed out on this, because I never really posted it in a video or anything, I'm going to announce the winner tomorrow morning. But if you miss out on this giveaway, doing another one next week. So look out for that one. You can pay for fast shipping. I think my code works on the chipboard for free shipping, but not quick free shipping. But I want to see your puzzles in my group, Cricut Design Space with Melody Lane, if you're on Facebook. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.